y'all know all the X's and O's, man. I'm just sitting at home watching. I don't like to get into that because I don't believe the game is really decided on the field. So
Hey everyone, guess who's back? It's the commish back here with another draft preview. This time we got Ian and Dumpstah Fire, a guy that I have a lot of respect for sure. Played with you, I think, now for a couple of years. You and your brother Dirk, and I've definitely enjoyed playing with both of you. I feel that you guys both do put your best foot forward, try to be active as much as possible, and even make the odd trade here and there, which is great. So happy to have you aboard. And interesting, for you, you have to ask yourself, are you going to be a veteran here or are you going to make the next step, right? That's really what it comes down to you for now, Ian. Obviously, excuse me, you came really close last year, 10-4, fourth place. So really, it's about taking the next step now. So let's share my screen and we'll get into your preview here. So I have likely keepers. I don't know what you are going to set as keepers. You haven't set your keepers yet. Remember, the keepers don't lock until 24 hours before the draft. So, from my perspective, it's okay to set the keepers because you make these previews easier for me. So I know where your head's at. But I kind of went with Derrick Henry in Baltimore. It'll be interesting, the run game. Lamar, him, power run game with obviously King Henry. See if he hasn't lost that step. He never had much of a step, anyways. He had. I guess I shouldn't say that for a big man. Man, could get the guy can definitely move, but we'll have to see if he's lost that step. But with Lamar there to counterbalance it, it could be a big year for King Henry, or it could go the other way. And then I have his predecessor, and hard to say with Tony Pollard also in that room, whether or not Ty J. Spears is going to be the guy there. But I did go with Ty J. Spears just because I like the situation better than maybe a couple of the other offensive guys you could keep. But, I think Spears and Pollard are probably due for a 50-50 timeshare of some sort in Tennessee. I think they're both going to get an opportunity to seize the job. Going wide receivers now, pretty good trio. I mean, Jamar Chase, one of the best in Cincinnati. Let's face it, this guy's top five, but at least bare minimum. Hopefully, a healthy Burrow this year for him to put up the big numbers. Obviously, issues with T. Higgins there in Cincinnati, so we'll have to see how that affects Jamar. I know he wants T to stay. So we'll see if that creates controversy or maybe even hold out with the team. I know there was a rumor about that. You also got DJ Moore, Chicago. I mean, I think he is the WR1 there. If you are going to call one a WR1, I know they added Keenan, but I think DJ Moore is the guy. But we'll see. Caleb Williams, obviously the rookie quarterback coming in. Will there be growing pains? You got to think there probably will be, but we'll have to see. But when it comes to fantasy, it's all about the volume, right? So if DJ Moore gets a lot of passes thrown his way, gives him at least an opportunity to put up numbers for you. Devontae Adams, Vegas. I mean, I know a lot of in dynasty leagues, probably recommendation be sell Devontae Adams, but you're trying to get to the next step. And Devontae Adams is still the WR1 in Vegas, so you're going to keep an asset like that on the team because your objective is just to get the tier one here. And then IDP, I went with Olakun just because this guy always seems to produce near the top numbers for linebacker and IDP for Jacksonville, obviously. And, Lawrence has been an okay quarterback, but that defense is on the field a lot. And, it should obviously get Olakun some big numbers. Other potential keepers I had here for you, Brock Purdy, hard to say, obviously, with him. Mr. Irrelevant. Are you going to put your faith in a guy called Mr. Irrelevant? Tough to do, right? James Conner. Well, let's face it, Trey Benson's now joining the room, so we'll see how that's going to affect James Conner. I thought Spears maybe might have a better opportunity. And then IDP, lots of opportunity. Kyle Hamilton, he's being heralded as a guy that's ready to make that next step. Devin White joining Philly. Obviously, we'll see how he performs. Devin Lloyd, of course, he could put up some big numbers as well. And Zaire Franklin always seems to be near the top now when it comes to IDPs. And, I think obviously that's another guy you could consider at IDP. Draft picks, you only have 9 in the first 10. Again, you came close last year. You're a good owner. 9 in the first 10. No, you traded one to your brother. No round 6. Might have traded to Dirk, I think. So that's tough. I'm sure Dirk's happy to get the additional 6 if he actually kept it. So you got 2 15s in rounds 11 to 20, 11 picks, and you have the full 9 in rounds 21 to 29. Pretty boring kind of draft board, but that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, as far as I'm concerned, if you still have all your original picks, you're basically starting with a bit of a fresh plate or a clean slate. And you are to some degree here, other than losing around 6, but you're only down 9 rounds. I think you could still have a great draft, repeat what you did last year, but there's a lot of good owners here, and it's going to be up to you. So I definitely want to say it's awesome having you in the league, and I definitely have good luck this year. I think that American is wide open and up for grabs, and you're as good as any to get it.